Welcome to my first look at the Perfect 10. It's available during the Racing Legends 2023 event. It's available in the store in a Racing Legends crate, or you can buy it outright if that's what you want to do. The ship is based on the Tier 7 Plymouth, which is a pretty potent ship in its own right. It has radar, really quick reloading guns, and the whole deal there. And the Perfect 10, as I said, is based on that, with some subtle changes, which we will go over in a bit. So with that, let's get into the setup of the ship and the commander, who is Bruce Fraser. Base trait is Make Haste, which improves the maximum movement speed. Inspirations is Gunther Lutyens for Gimlet, which improves the cruiser's main battery armor-piercing shell damage. And then we have Yamamoto Right Through, which improves the cruiser's AP shell penetration multiplier. So we're stacking up on the armor-piercing inspirations here. For the first skill, we have Beyond Range, which improves the cruiser's main battery range. And here I'm kind of ignoring the second skill. I've got Igniter, but that's really for the setup for the Belfast and the Celtic and cruisers of that type. So we're ignoring the second skill here for this setup. We do have Punch Through for the third skill though, and that improves the cruiser's main battery armor piercing shell damage and its penetration multiplier yet again, so it's really compounds what we already had going on the inspirations over there. And Fixated is the fourth skill, which improves the cruiser main battery shell grouping and its dispersion. Then I have Refill Station for the legendary skill, which improves the cruiser main battery reload time. Special effect is the cruiser main battery range is improved by 10%, and that really does get out there when you're within 2 kilometers of an allied ship. That's at legendary rank 2. Ranking up to legendary rank 4 will increase that radius all the way up to 3.5 kilometers. Alright, let's check out the upgrades for the Perfect 10. And we have Aiming Systems Mod 1. Main battery dispersion is improved, torpedo launcher traverse speed is improved, and a secondary battery firing range and its dispersion is improved as well. And for the second upgrade, I've selected Steering Gears Mod 2. I've kind of replicated what I had set up for the Plymouth. Rudder shift time is improved by 20%. And then we have Steering Gears Mod 3. So we do have a double steering gear setup here. Rudder shift time is improved, as is the steering gear repair time. And for the fourth upgrade, we have Main Battery Mod 3. Main battery reload time is improved, but the traverse time takes a little bit of a hit. Loadout, you have your normal armor-piercing shells. Here you have only armor-piercing shells and torpedoes, which we will get into in the stats. Consumables have damage control party. Duration is 5 seconds, reloads every 60 seconds, and those are an unlimited number of those consumables. Repair party will partially restore the ship's HP by repairing any light damage at the rate of 182 hit points per second. Duration is 28 seconds, reloads every 80 seconds, and there are 3 of those consumables. And here for the third consumable, we have the engine boost or the AA consumable. I've selected the engine boost, which will temporarily increase the ship's maximum speed when the boost is active. The increase is 15%. Duration is 180 seconds, reloads every 120 seconds, and there are 2 of those consumables. And then the fourth consumable is the exhaust smoke generator. This is essentially rolling smoke. It's either that or the sonar consumable, which is moved from upgrade slot number 3 in the regular Plymouth. Here it's on upgrade slot number 4. And the radar consumable has disappeared in the Perfect 10s. And here we have a duration of 30 seconds with a dispersion time of 45 seconds, and it reloads every 180 seconds, and there are 2 of those consumables. And again, this is basically rolling smoke. And we don't have any boosters set up now, but that could change depending on the match. And the ship does come with that really cool Perfect 10 premium skin. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. Stats, survivability hit points is 36,500. Armor is 13 to 144 millimeter, and you will get taken out pretty easily if you're in the open water here with the Perfect 10, even with the speed boost. Torpedo damage reduction is, well, it's not really all that much. Artillery, you have 16 guns, 4 guns and 4 turrets. That is awesome. Range is 16.7 kilometers. Reload every 6.4 seconds. Traverse time is 21 seconds. I guess that's okay. It could be a lot quicker, though, but you can make do in a match. Our piercing shell damage has a maximum of 3150, and then the secondary armament, you have 12 guns. They reach out to 5.5 kilometers, and they reload every 3 seconds. 1500 HE shell damage with a 9% chance of setting fire. Torpedoes, you have 2 racks of 4 torpedoes each. They reload every 96 seconds. 16,767 maximum damage. That is pretty good. Range is 10 kilometers, which is awesome. And speed is 67 knots. Here are your AA defenses. It's only rated at 62. This looks like a lot of guns, but I haven't really noticed that. I was clearing the sky when I was in a match with an aircraft carrier with the Perfect 10, so I guess time will tell. Maneuverability, maximum speed is 36.9 knots. Turning circle radius 680 meters. I guess is pretty good with a rudder shift time of 3.9 seconds. And again, this is not really set up for an agile build here, but I do have the double steering gears going. I guess I'm still experimenting with it since this was only a first look. Concealment, detectability range by sea is 12.7 kilometers. Range by air is 7.9. And the all-important detectability while firing in the smoke is 6.7 kilometers. And here's the armor view. And yeah, I guess we can look at this, but I'm telling you, if you go out in the open water, you are going to get wiped out with all of that blue and green armor going right there. So kind of like a destroyer, do not get hit. Overview, ship is fast. It has an above average maximum movement speed, and guns aplenty. Those 16 guns really do deal the damage just like the regular Plymouth, and a flare for piercing because the ship has only armor piercing shells. So then the Perfect 10. Does it look good? Check. Is it swift? Check. Is it powerful? Obviously. Year of design was 2023, and this was the only ship in the series. Alright, well that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and check out a highlight.
Alright, so we are in Greece. And the first thing that I wanted to go over was the exact differences between the Perfect 10 and the Plymouth. So I'm going to go right to the patch notes, which listed the engine boost consumable has been added to the 3rd slot, and it is in place of the sonar as we saw in the setup of the ship. And then you do have the exhaust smoke generator added along with the sonar to slot 4 now. Maximum speed has been increased up to 36 knots, and the rudder shift time is improved to 10.5 knots, and all of those are buffs is what the patch notes are saying here. And then we do have some nerfs. The HP of the Perfect 10 has been reduced down to 36,500. The Plymouth has 41,000, so that can be a little bit of a difference. Detectability range by sea has been nerfed. It's now 12.7 kilometers. Range by air has been nerfed to 7.9 kilometers instead of 7.2. And the all-important detectability while firing in the smoke has been nerfed. With the Plymouth, it is 5.7 kilometers. With the Perfect 10, it's 6.7 kilometers. Torpedo speed, though, has been buffed up to 67 knots. It was 62 knots in the Plymouth. And the armor-piercing shell maximum damage has been nerfed down to 2,800 from 3,100. And kind of a big thing for me is the main battery reload time has been nerfed. It's now 7.5 seconds default from 6.5 seconds. So that is, I noticed it anyway. And so let's check out the battle here. And yeah, so we have a Wichita over there, and I think that was a Mains. There's a Gneiss now, and I am keeping my distance. If I get in close, I will get obliterated by those ships. So I'm playing the long game here. And yeah, these guns do reload pretty quickly, and even though they are a second longer, no worries. And here, you know, I don't even know where that shell came from. I think it was that lightning there, and it's sort of like no harm, no foul, but I am going to go behind this island, and I will be able to target some of the ships at long range, as you're going to see. But I do believe I overshoot the island here. You see the gap, the two humps in the island, and I'm going to try to shoot in between the gap there at that Azuma. That is a perfect target right there. But unfortunately, I hit the brakes a little too late, and I'm going to drift past that opening, but I am going to get a couple more shots. No, you see the island indicator is up. I might have gotten a couple shells through right there. But yeah, that is unfortunate. So now I'm kind of debating about whether I want to back up and go into the gap or just, you know, rely on the rolling smoke once we start getting targeted by other ships. And that will kind of, you know, keep us protected a little bit. There is a Belfast just sitting there. That is a good target. If I could clear this island, 21 shots and 17,000 damage. So the damage will kind of rack up kind of quick here on the perfect 10. And we're going to wait for the aiming indicator to clear. There's no island indicator there, so I believe that's that destroyer over there taking pot shots at us through the smoke. And we hit the Belfast with a whole bunch of rounds, 7 rounds, so that is awesome. I guess about half of them missed though, so there is that. And yeah, the ship looks really cool. When you're going, you can see the flames come out of the exhaust. You can see the flames sparking out of the exhaust is what it looks like. And really the ship, you know, I personally noticed a difference between the Perfect 10 and the Plymouth. I ran the Plymouth a couple times recently, and holy cow, that is an awesome ship. I got to play that more. But the Perfect 10 is, it's no slouch. You can definitely deal some damage here with the Perfect 10. And especially with the rolling smoke. The rolling smoke is kind of cool. Rather than worrying about overrunning your smoke with a conventional smoke. That's a big problem at times, especially if you want to try an alternate commander like Tyrwhitt to try to get some kind of a Smogathon thing going. But yeah, with Tyrwhitt, I think that you'd have 9 seconds between the expiration of your current smoke screen and the regeneration, the cooldown time of the new smoke screen. And that's 9 seconds where you got to figure out what to do. And yeah, you can kind of make your way for 9 seconds, but it's not a true Smogathon. So that's why I haven't really experimented with that all that much. But yeah, this Azuma is perfect target right now. And I don't think he's going to be around for very much longer, but look at that. We are severely down in the match. It's 5.5 minutes have expired, and 400 points for the red team, 264 for the blue team, and 3 ships destroyed. The blue team has 3 ships destroyed, and we've only destroyed 1 ship on the red team. So that is not looking good for the highlight reel here. So yeah, we're going to take a torpedo shot at the Azuma. Our smoke has expired and we're immediately spotted. So we are going to look to get out of here. And that Azuma is looking pretty thin. He's not going to be around much longer. Hopefully we can take him out. And we do not take him out. So that is, let's try again, actually. So that he's not really looking all that great. And we took him out with 9 more hits, but not before His final death round, his death throw at us, took out our torpedoes, at least momentarily anyway. And yeah, that seems to be the way it goes more times than not, is the last death throw from a ship that you destroyed. Not only does it hit you, but it seems to damage fairly important components more times than not. But holy cow, look at that. We are up to 71,000 damage, a destroyed ship, 143 main gun hits. So the main guns are definitely no slouch here. And maybe you might want to think about your epic mods for main battery mod 3, I think that is, for either a quicker reload time of the main guns or to have your range increased. Either one of those epic mods would work, where you have to get 50 main gun hits to ratchet up the mod 5 times. You can do it here with the Perfect 10 and, you know, the Plymouth as well. But being a tier 7, this ship is definitely a money maker, being a premium as well. So it'll be interesting to see what the credit situation is like at the end of the match. And now, just like that, we have taken the lead. We've destroyed quite a few red team ships. 5 red team ships destroyed, only 4 on the blue team. So it's looking up for the blue team at the moment. And this Belfast is just an easy target. He's spotted by my teammate, and I can clear the island with my rounds here. And we are just looking to take this guy out, but he's angled away. So these are difficult shots to make, but it looks like we're going to get a couple hits right here. And yeah, 5 hits, 6 hits. Only a couple of them do some real damage though. And we're just chunking this guy away. And yeah, I really need to learn how to aim so that the rounds hit in the front instead of in the back of the ship like that. Yeah, that's bad news, but hey, at least I'm aware of it and know that I need to do something about it. We're up to 85,000 damage, 175 main gun hits. Let's see if we can take this guy out. He is pretty slippery, but I think he's going to get taken out by my teammate, actually. I don't think we're going to take him out. But yeah, we are chunking that guy big time with 1,500 here, 1,500 there. He really doesn't have much left, and we are going to back up. And yeah, he got taken out by, looked like the mains CE on the blue team took him out. So now I do believe that there is a destroyer over by C over here. So I'm going to power into C and see if I could try to capture C. And I'm going to be on the lookout for the red team destroyer. I think it's over there, but I'm not really sure where it's at, to be honest with you. When you look at the mini-map, there's no grayed out destroyer icon, but somehow I think there is one over there. And we are just going to come around the island here and see what we can do. I have every intention of capturing C. And yeah, we're gonna, you know, I haven't captured any bases. I haven't really done much except get main gun hits and 1 destroyed ship. So I'm kind of afraid that the XP isn't going to be that great. But here's this Z-35 at point blank range. Holy cow, Z-35 is an awesome ship. We are going to YOLO that guy because we don't have any other options right here. We take him out and then he takes us out, and we are up to 110,000 damage on a point blank 1.5 kilometer devastating strike against the Z-35. And yeah, we are going to win this match with no problem. We got 2 medals out of the deal, high caliber and a devastating strike. And there you go, the battle is over. That is awesome. The Perfect 10 is not a bad ship. All right, well, that was a big time victory for the Perfect 10 in end of the game YOLO there. Holy cow. 528,000 credits, 110,000 battle performance total damage on 195 main gun hits, 2 torpedo hits, a couple destroyed ships, a couple floodings on those torpedo hits, no doubt. We did get some secondary hits, high caliber medal, and a devastating strike. Wow. And 7,000 XP without any boosters running. So let's see how we did on the team result. I'm kind of expecting first place. And whoa, we missed first place by like 40 XP right there. And our blue team mains CE got 2,655. Congratulations. We got 2,600, so that was a great match. It's highlight reel worthy, I think. And yeah, wow. Okay, so let's see how we did on the economy tab, because tier 7 premiums are your money makers, actually. So let's see how we did. All right, and by the time it was all said and done, we cleared 420,000 credits. All right, well, there you go. That's it for the Perfect 10. It is pretty darn close to the Plymouth. It's not an exact duplicate of the Plymouth, but it's close enough, I'm going to say. And I think the skin is pretty cool with those gnarly looking tailpipes on the ship. That is kind of crazy looking, but, you know, it's to honor Racing Legends 2023. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. If nothing else, you got to see a little bit about the ship. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.